So today we are looking at the StormOS. So here is the boot menu. So this is the August edition or the August ISO file. So let me quickly boot it in the live boot. So I'm running it on the virtual machine, which is a VMware with 60 GB of virtual disk, and my CPU is i5 1240p, and I am using 8 GB of RAM for this VMware. And also this Linux is based on Arch Linux. So I'm going to go through all those information as soon as the Linux distro is booted. So the booting process will take like maybe 2 or 3 minutes. Usually this much of time it's going to take for every type of Linux distro in my PC. But let's see how much of time it's going to consume in the booting process. And I'm going to start discussing all those things as soon as it's booted up. So here is our desktop layout. It just took like 50 seconds to load up the desktop layout. So here is the welcome screen. I didn't touch any of the applications or anything because I want to show you how much of a resource it's going to take. So let's open the task manager. I didn't even change the display settings. So as soon as you boot up, so the resources will be running almost like right now the processors are 298. So you should be seeing like this. And also the RAM is almost like 946 MB of 8 GB, which I already mentioned. I'm using 8 GB of RAM for the VMware. So CPU is pretty much under like a 25%. So it's pretty much unstable right now because we need to run at least like 60 seconds in order to see whether the CPU is stable or not. So these are all the process running right now. So it's kind of like a mid-weight Linux distro. It's not a lightweight Linux distro, but you can call it as a mid-weight, because lightweight will consume almost like maybe under 800 MB, 700 MB like that, but it's almost 964 MB. But when you install it on the bare metal, it should be a bit lesser, I think. So you can call it like a lightweight when you try it on the bare metal, but I'm running it on the virtual machine, so I'm going to say it as a middleweight or a midweight. So about the task manager, you should be seeing 1.5.7. So I think the desktop environment is XFCE. So I already made videos of this Linux distribution, but I don't really remember anything because I'll be posting 2 videos daily without missing any day. So it's pretty much very hard to remember anything. And also I made like 3000 videos. It's pretty much impossible to remember anything. So let me change my monitor resolution, which is 1920 into 1080. And I'm going to put the task manager in the right side corner throughout the video. So you should be seeing all the changes throughout the video. So here is our welcome screen. It says this will help get you started. Keep in mind that this app will be replaced after install with the post install version. So if you want to install the normal StormOS installer normal, if you want to visit the site, you can click here, installer debug, and here is the readme. So here is some of the information, system version 22.03. So I'm going to click on exit, and let's open the internet browser. So you get the Chromium web browser instead of Firefox or something else. Usually the Firefox web browser is pretty much in every Linux distros, but you get the Chromium browser. So you need to expect like it's going to consume a bit of more RAM here, more than like a Firefox. So don't sign in. I'm just going to not sign in, and I'm going to make the screen bigger. So let's try to change the, so there is no like a resizing thing. So let me click on Alt. So I can't even make bigger. So let's try to make it full screen, and let's go to the website. Before that, let's check the version. So you are getting a 128.0.66 and Arch Linux. So it's based on Arch Linux. The distribution is based on Arch Linux. And here is some kind of like a dock or like a maybe panel. So you already know the XFCE panel. So nothing showed up. So let's go to the official website. Let me type in StormOS. So here is the source code website. Let me click on the website. So there is no official website. Let me show you. So when you click on the follow StormOS, So here is the link. It will directly open again the source code. So that's the reason there is no official website. So when you go up and if you want some additional information, you can read it from here. So it's a StormOS is a beginner friendly distribution based on Arch Linux, which I already mentioned in the beginning. So if you are asking about the system requirements to run this Linux distro, so you need to have like a 2 GHz of dual core processor and maybe 4 GB of RAM, and also the hard disk. If you ask me, you need to have like a maybe 40 to 50 GB. So that's my point of view, and that's my suggestion. So in order to run almost every Linux distro, you need to have like a dual core Pentium or maybe the i3 processor, and you need to have like a 4 GB of RAM and 50 GB of hard disk. And about the monitor, you need to have like a 1366 into 768. You can run almost like a 70% of every Linux distros, and that will be the hardware specs for in order to run most of the Linux distros. But if you have like a low-end PC other than these things, so if you have still older PC, then you need to try it on your own and decide whether to use this Linux distro or not, because I don't know how it performs on the old PCs, because I don't have any type of old PC right now. So that's the reason I'm saying this much of hardware specs can run almost like every type of Linux distros. So let's get back to the video. So it's developed by Ben and Riser 1981 and some other people. So this distro goal is to help bring new users over to world of Arch Linux by offering an easy to install out of the box Arch Linux experience. So there are plenty of Arch Linux based distributions available, and I have like a lot of videos made on those things. Pretty much in every month there will be like 5 to 6 videos or maybe more than that, Arch based Linux distribution. So if you want to give it a try, you can try it, but if you already having a stable running Linux distros, don't try to ruin it by installing some random Linux distributions. But if you want to try it in the virtual machines or like a live boot. Don't try to ruin your PC if you already have a stable running Linux distros, because just don't go for some fancy things and ruin your PC if you already have the good PC. So these are all the features you get: the XFCE Desktop fully customized, and plenty of apps to make user experience fun and easy, custom built screen recorder by Seeker alternative to OBS, and AUR helper, shell scripts. So you can just read it from here, or else you can just go to the website. And in order to download the ISO files, just go to the files. So here is some of the information. It's brand new users for Linux moving over from Windows or Mac OS. So everyone going to say the same thing. If you're from the Windows or Mac, you can switch to this type of Linux. Every Linux distro will say that type of things, but it's clearly up to you to decide. You need to try it on your own PC and decide whether to use this Linux distros or not. I'm not going to say anything, or I'm not going to suggest anything here, because it's your PC. You need to try it on your own and you decide, because we don't know your PC how it's going to perform. So it's your own decision to make all those things. So I'm going to click on 2024. So you get the XFCE Desktop environment. Let's click on it, and here is our ISO file, which is 3.1 GB. So the downloads are 26, which is one is from me. So StormOS 2024 0824. So it's released like 2 3 days ago, and it's an August ISO file, or 2024-08. So there was a bit of gap from the previous version. So this is the latest version. So there was like a 8-9 months gap. I didn't make a video on this Linux distribution, and also there was no ISO files available, because you can see right here. So it's a 2024, and we just have the file of maybe the August one. There is no older ISO file here, as you can see. So it's pretty much 8-9 months difference, maybe a year. I don't really remember. If you want, you can just type in StormOS in my channel, and you should be seeing when the old video was done. So that was the downloading process. You just need to click on the ISO file, and the time it's going to take like 5 seconds to create a link, and the download will be started as soon as it's completed. Let me show you. So here is our ISO file. Just check the ISO file whether you are downloading the proper one or not. So 2024-0824 is the ISO file, as you can see here. So that was the downloading process. So let me close the browser, and let's get to the terminal. Let me open the terminal and type in some commands to get some information. So let's make it like a smaller screen so you can also see the task manager. So operating system, it says as Arch Linux instead of StormOS, and the kernel you are getting is 6.10.6. so the latest version of the kernel, let me show you that because some viewers want to see that. So you just need to type in like a Linux kernel in the search bar and hit enter. The first link is the official website, and the latest version or the stable version right now is 6.10.6, which is released on August 19th, as you can see. So the latest stable version is 6.10.6 and the version we are using right now is 6.10.6. So we are getting the latest kernel here, so that's a good thing. And the uptime is 10 minutes, 1258 pacman packages, shell bash version 5.2.32. And our display resolution is 1920 x 1080, which is already mentioned in the beginning. Desktop environment XFCE 4.18. And here is the themes, icons, terminal. My CPU is 12 Gen i5 1240p, which I already mentioned in the beginning. And the memory is right here and also right here, 1.1 GB. So let me type in inxi -sv8. So it says command not found, you need to install the inxi on your own. cat:/etc/issue. Hit enter. It says StormOS. So these are all the information. Let's close the terminal. So here is the installer. So you get the CLI and the GUI installation. It's an Arch based Linux distribution. If you want to try it, you can try it. So it's consuming a bit less RAM here, so that's a good thing. So there is some additional things like a driver and software here. So first you need to choose your language. There are plenty of languages in the installation. Click next. Here you should be seeing the drivers. So these are all the things you see. So let me click on the drop down menu here. Let me show you all. Just click here and you should be seeing all the packages or the drivers. Intel graphics driver, let's click next, and AMD graphics drivers, CUDA toolkit, Intel Ucode, and also the AMD Ucode. So you should be seeing all those things. If you want, select things here, click on next, and here are the softwares. Device of support applications installs device applications, extra TTF fonts, gaming applications. I don't know what it is, but let's scroll it down. So here is the Steam, Wine, and here is the VirtualBox. If you want anything, just click on the install. Next, location, choose your location. You can choose the map or you can choose the drop down menu here. I'm using a VPN, so that's the reason it's showing some random languages or random maps. So you can choose the map or you can choose the drop down menu for the location. The system language will be set to American English, United States. If you want to choose this option, you can choose it. And if you want to keep the default things, you can keep it or you can customize according to your wish here. And the numbers and dates locale will be set to American English, United States. If you want to keep the default, you can keep it, or else you can change whatever you want, customize according to your wish. I'm going to keep it like a default. Click on next, choose your keyboard here. So it automatically chooses your keyboard, and also choose your language for the keyboard and also the variant for the keyboard. Here you can test your keyboard and here you can switch the keyboard. After choosing everything, click on next. And here is the partitions. So if you are a new user or a new Linux comer, then it's better to watch some tutorials, like a short tutorials in the YouTube. There are a lot of videos which will be like a bit 2 or 3 minutes videos, short videos. So I made like a 3000 videos, but I never made the specific installation tutorials of Linux. So that's the reason I'm recommending to watch some others videos. And also I don't remember in which video I installed on the virtual disk or the bare metal or on the hard disk. So it's pretty much very hard to find in 3000 videos. So it's better to watch like a 2 or 3 videos of short videos in the YouTube, which a lot of videos will be available in the YouTube. So I'm going to give you a small information or a few short information here. So first you need to choose your drive or the installation drive or the disk, virtual disk, hard disk, whatever it is. So if you have like a multiple one, you need to choose the specific drive where you want to install the StormOS. So the first option is like a erase disk. So this option is like it's going to delete whatever is available in that specific drive, and it's going to install the StormOS only in it. So if you have like a current operating system, for example like a Windows, or maybe the media files like a videos or a music or anything like that, it's going to completely erase everything and it's going to only install the StormOS in it. So be careful while doing all these things. So it's better to watch some tutorials first, then go with the installation. So that's the option for the erase disk. It's going to install as a single boot. Here are the options. And when you go to the manual partitioning, so you need to create a partition first, and you should be seeing the partition here, and you should be installed in that specific partition. And in the boot menu, you should be also seeing the 2 operating systems or dual boot options in the boot menu. The one will be the StormOS and another will be the current operating system. So that's the difference between erase disk and manual partitioning. If you choose the erase disk, here are some of the options. And if you want to encrypt your system, you can provide the password for both the boxes, which should be same. The current drive will be like this, and after installation it will be like this. And the bootloader location, the options will be like 3 options. The first one will be the master boot record for the specific installation drive. In this case it says as a VMware. And the another option will be system partition, and the another will be do not install a bootloader. So you should be seeing these options. And next, after clicking on next, you should be seeing the account creation or the user account creation, which will be same in almost every Linux distro and also in every operating system. So it says what is your name. So we need to type in like some random things. If you already have the name, you just provide it here. In my case, I'm just going to type in like a 9to5linux. If everything is good, you should be seeing a tick mark. What name do you want to use to log in? For example, if you use the numericals, it's going to give you a warning. As you can see, I typed the numericals. 1. Your username must start with a lowercase letter or an underscore. So you need to use alphabets for the good thing. Unboxing. So because of some lag, maybe that's it typed W. So let me do it again. Unboxing. So if everything is good, you should be seeing tick mark here. So what is the name of this computer? I'm going to keep it like a 9to5linux, and choose a password to keep your account safe. For the sake of the video, I'm choosing the simple password like 12345. Same thing in both the boxes. If you want to require a strong password, if you want to check it, you can just check it, and you should be seeing this. I don't want to check this. And log in automatically without asking for the password. I'm going to choose check it, and use the same password for the administrator account. If you want the same password as the above one, you just need to check this option, or else you just uncheck it and provide the other password, which should be same in the boxes, and it doesn't should be same like this. So if you want the same password, just check it like that. And after clicking on next, you should be seeing a summary of whatever you chose in the previous installation steps. And if everything is good, you just need to click install. If anything is wrong, just go back and fix all those things. And also when you click on the install, it's going to take like a 20 to 25 minutes, depends on the PC, and also depends on the ISO file. If you have like a stable ISO file, if you downloaded the stable ISO file, it should be quick and installed without issues. Sometimes if you download the beta version or the unstable version, there will be some issues. Maybe the installation may fail, or else like maybe the screen will be frozen. And sometimes maybe it should be like stopped unexpectedly, something like warning, you should be getting some blank screen. So there will be some errors when you download the beta version or an unstable version, but it will be in a rare cases. If you download the stable ISO file, there will be 99% of chances will be good. And also if you have like a high-end PC, you should be good with the installation. It will be taking like 8-9 minutes, but if you have like a low-end PC, it should be taking a more time there. So that was the installation process. I don't want to install anything because I need to make another video. So after seeing the installation, let's check what applications you get pre-installed in this StormOS. So these are all the applications you get, like a bunch of applications. Most of them are from the XFCE Desktop environment, and local send is from StormOS, octopi is from StormOS, Peril media player. So you get bunch of applications, but most of them are from the XFCE Desktop environment, and just few applications are from the StormOS. Here is the StormOS kernel manager, I guess. Yes, it is. And these are all the applications which are from the StormOS. So there are not much applications pre-installed here. So there is no bloatware other than the from the StormOS. So that's a good thing here. So here is the recorder which they were saying in the beginning. And also here is the kernel manager. So I don't think there is anything to show here other than some applications. So I'm just going to show all those things and I'm going to end the video. So right now we are using the 6.10.6, which is a new version. If you want the other versions, you can install whatever version you want here. If you want to search here, you can search here. And LTS is also available here. Zen, hardened, RT, RTLTS, community, and installed. So if you want to check anything here, you can check here. And if you want to install anything, you can install here. About the manager, here is the version and some other information. Arch Linux reflector, location, you can choose your location, sort by age, number of mirrors. So here are the mirrors for the StormOS. So other than that, you should be seeing the XFCE Desktop environment, which is notifications, power options, volume. So everything is same, nothing changed here. So I think I'm going to end the video here because of there is nothing available right here. Let me click OK. So let's check some desktop wallpapers. Let's go to desktop settings. So you get a bunch of wallpapers available right here. Let's scroll it down. I can just remove the from the task manager about that mirror, but I'm just going to leave it like that because it's not going to do anything here. So these are all the wallpapers you get. So you get like a maybe more than 20 wallpapers. You can customize according to your wish. I'm going to choose this wallpaper, which is like from the Cars movie, I guess. It's not with a good quality, but I'm going to choose another wallpaper, which is like a bit HD wallpaper. So I'm going to keep it this one. Here are the menus. Here are the icons. Let's go to the appearance and let's try to see some changes or the themes. So you get some applications, not the applications, just some themes here, which is Catchy OS Node, and other are from basically default things. Icons, you can customize the icons, fonts, settings. So I think there is nothing change other than some kernel versions and some applications. So it's working pretty much smoothly without any issues. So I didn't see any lag or anything. So let's open some bunch of applications to see whether there will be some any crashes or anything like that. So right now everything is opening instantly without any lag. So that's a good sign. So even we have the latest kernel, so that's also the good thing. And also the XFCE Desktop environment has the latest version. So I don't have any issues with this Linux distro. So everything is working properly. If you want to try it, you can try it. so it's clearly up to you. If you want to install it on your main PC or work PC, do your work and try to research everything on this Linux distro, and if you're satisfied, then go with the installation. Don't just watch my video and blindly install anything. You need to try it everything on your own and decide whether to use this Linux distro or not. So I can switch the applications without any lag. As you can see, there is no lag or anything. Everything is opening instantly. Let's open the task manager. So I'm sitting away from the monitor, so that's the reason I can't see properly, but let's find the task manager. So here is our task manager. As you can see, there was a stable graph around like a few minutes here, and again there is some high graph here. So there is no stable graph here for almost like a few minutes. So these are all the resources running right now, or the processors. So the CPU is almost under 50%, RAM is almost 1.7 GB. So you don't get any bloatware other than some StormOS applications. So you basically get the XFCE Desktop environment, and the Linux distro is based on Arch Linux. So it's clearly up to you to decide whether to use this Linux distro or not. So I said all my final thoughts and all my thoughts throughout the video. So there is no bugs or anything running this distro. Everything is working fine in front of me. So you need to understand one thing, that is, I just make a video and I'm just going to use that Linux distro specifically that much of like a 30 minutes, 40 minutes, and after that I'm not going to use it. So it's clearly up to you to decide, and you to try everything on your own and decide whether to use this Linux distro or not. So not only this Linux distro, every other distro, I just make a video and I'm just going to delete the ISO file. So that's my part of job. So that's the only thing I will be doing. So it's clearly up to you to decide and you to test, and always do your research on your own. I'm just going to show you the few changes and how the Linux distro is going to work. So that's the main objective of my channel. So I'm not going to recommend, I'm not going to force you to install any type of Linux distros, because it's your PC. You need to be very careful, because there will be some random. For the sake of the money, I'm just going to make videos like whatever the Linux distros, new Linux distros available in the Linux market, I'm just going to make those videos. So that's the reason you need to understand these common things and decide whatever is good Linux distro. You need to do your research on your own. Just to look, just to watch my videos just for the looks and some features, and that's it. Don't try to watch and try to blindly install anything on your PC, because you need to do your own research, and if you need to get all the information from the websites and other sources, and if you satisfied in the virtual machines or live boot, if you tried in the virtual machine and live boot, then go with the installation. And also always see how popular the Linux distro is. Don't just blindly see some random Linux distros which just looks pleasing. Don't go with the looks, always go with the support and the stable things. So these are all the main key points you need to understand from my channel. So I'm not going to just blindly push you to install some random Linux distros. So I'm just going to make a video and I'm just going to earn here. So you need to understand these common things and decide everything on your own. So that's the reason I will always say throughout the videos, in every video I'm going to say it's clearly up to you to decide. So always understand these common things and do your own research and install or just skip those type of Linux distros. Don't just blindly watch my video or someone's video, because no one is caring about your PC. So that's the reason, it's your PC. You need to get all the information and you need to protect your privacy and all those things. So you need to understand these things here. So at the end of the video, these are all the resources, and I'm going to end the video here by showing the logout screen. So let's close everything. So you should be seeing some applications versions here. Let me show you all those things. Let's close it. Here is the dictionary. So these are all the XFCE desktop environment things. So session startups you can customize. So you already used XFCE desktop environment, so you can customize whatever is available right here. So we already saw the Chrome browser. Here is our file manager. Let's check the version of the file manager. You get the 4.18.11. Here is the file system. You can customize by going to preference, customize according to your wish, change your keyboard shortcuts if you want. And here is our media player. Let's close it. And here is the octopi. Let's check the version. Here is the version. Just scroll it down for the installed packages. The installed packages will be highlighted with the green box like this. So these are all the installed packages, and I'm going to end the video here. Let's see the logout screen and end the video. So I already posted another video of Ultimate Arch Linux, which is also based on the Arch Linux. If you want to try it, you can try it. And in the logout screen or the login screen, you don't need any password. So when you click on login, it's going to boot it in the live boot, or it's going to log in the live desktop. So these are all the things you see in the login screen. So I'm going to end the video here. Thanks for watching. Peace out.